Sky's the limit, the truth is on our side. There's no time for worry, let's show the world our pride. Whether another comes up with a surprise, we all will discover where our fate will lie. On a blue wave, we rise to save the day. Only me, only you can let our hearts sail away on a blue wave.
And welcome to episode 43 of TruBlu Politics Podcast with your co-host. I'm Karen Byrne and my co-host
Anita.
Just Anita
Ferguson.
Anita Ferguson.
But I don't like to say that because you know what? They'll probably they're probably looking. I'll be on some list.
It feels like we're headed in that direction this week more than probably before. I would say. Would you say that, Anita?
I would say that, or you know what? I'll end up with the FBI at my door. Yeah, because that's what happens to Donald Trump's critics apparently now.
Yeah. Well, I think, I mean, hopefully we'll be far down on the list, so.
Well, I would suppose, yes, we're probably pretty far down on the list. He might not get to us till the end.
Yeah, unless we get more Patreon subscribers.
And then we'll be further up the list. That's true.
We'll be further up the list. But that's
okay. We're not trying to discourage you, okay?
We're not trying to. No. I mean, yes, whatever people can give, because, Anita and I have been talking about how we really do need to do this more often, because right now we're still kind of stuck at every other week. And it is a lot to pay attention to every single day. And that is, I think, a big challenge of this. And I know that we're not alone in that, that there are plenty of other people that are creating content that are struggling right now to stay engaged and stay.
But we aren't affected by inflation. Okay. We're not, I'm kidding. No,
what's that?
The price of our Patreon, to be a Patreon is not going to be going up.
No, it's not going to be going up. We are not following the rate of inflation, and we are not having to, pass on the cost of tariffs or anything like that. We are
but our listeners are, and so we understand they're being affected by it.
So we get it. So so whatever you can give at any level is so appreciated. And if we can get more people tuning in and subscribing, then hopefully we will be able to up the frequency of these podcasts and pay for mental health care. And
yes, we need that. We're going to need that.
Alcohol.
Listening to the news every day, seriously, it's bad for your mental health right now. It really is.
Sure is. And I know everybody is feeling.
Unless you're listening to Gavin Newsom.
Unless you're listening to Gavin Newsom, which has been really one of the things that have been sustaining both of us and
giving us hope,
the bright spots, and just kind of, feeling like, okay, there are people standing up against him, and I mean, you and I both, Anita, we had our moments with Gavin Newsom where we were like, not thrilled.
I was disappointed in him, but you know what? I don't want to qualify it. Like, I've been listening to a lot of these people on, the left on like YouTube and stuff and different platforms. And they always qualified. Oh, I'm not a big fan of Gavin Newsom. Well, you know what?
I am now.
So that's all that matters.
Okay. This is what I'm going to say. Okay. And and a lot of the people that listen to this, I am, you are the mother of a daughter of reproductive age. And so we all feel that there's a lot at stake for our children, our grandchildren. I have a trans son. I did not appreciate, I will say this. I've always been a huge supporter of Gavin Newsom. And I that, and that hasn't changed for me, Anita, but it definitely did.
It was disappointing.
It was
very
disappointing to me.
I was disappointed in that, and also having been on with Charlie Kirk and Steve Bannon. Those are very disappointing. But I guess what he was trying to do, all of us were trying to just figure out
to navigate it. How do we navigate it? Everybody's trying to figure it out. And because this is unprecedented. I mean, Gavin Newsom has been, a politician for a long time. He has had to deal with Republicans. He has been very effective, I think, in speaking to Republicans. I think that, the thing that has been the real struggle is, and this is going back to the first term for all of us, is just kind of coming to that awareness that our friends and families and elected Republicans clearly have lost the plot and clearly do not give a shit about anything that they said that they cared about. And they'll never stand up. There is no line. There's literally no line.
There's no way. These people are unreachable. Okay. And so I think you have to come to that realization. I think Gavin Newsom's come to that. And this is the way to reach the most people that he can. And that's what I think he was trying to do, to figure out, how can I reach these people? How can I reach the most people? And honestly, we tried. Let's talk about policy, how we're going to get inflation down, how we're going to help people buy homes, all this other stuff. And it's not working. People are just like, oh, you're a nerd or whatever. They're just not listening. You have to get their attention. And the way he's done it by mocking Donald Trump and at the same time getting messages out. Like how, he's fighting this redistricting and Republicans, and he wants universal health care. There are messages within these tweets.
Yes.
Gavin Newsom's putting out, and it's so important. It's brilliant. It's actually a brilliant strategy against somebody like Donald Trump.
Yeah, because because we're all feeling, because yes, we do all care about those things. We care about policy. We care, we care about, providing for everybody, so that everybody can live, in a way where they're not struggling, where they're not having to, just work in order to get, kind of mediocre health insurance, or
right. That's a real crisis.
Right.
Yeah. But it also, it's putting a mirror up to these people.
Yes.
That, this is what you see how foolish this is?
Well, and it's to crack, put some cracks in the veneer of MAGA.
It's not respectable.
It's not. Yeah. And the fact of the matter is we are all out here feeling very much under attack. And we've been craving somebody to read the room and understand the moment that we're in and how we're all perceiving this, how we're all feeling. And so to see somebody like Gavin Newsom, who has always been a very clear and articulate voice in, putting forth the Democratic agenda, but now to see him fighting fire with fire, in response to the Texas legislature and the attack on democracy by Greg Abbott and Ken Paxton, because we can't talk about what Gavin Newsom is doing now without talking about that. And you live in Texas, and so you're feeling it. So do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. First of all, I think some of the Republicans here have actually admitted this. They may have made a big mistake. Okay. First of all, because they're going to be, it's going to be tit for tat, Gavin Newsom. And there's going to be more Democratic seats coming out of California than there was from Texas. But also the redistricting, one of the districts is District 23, which is in San Antonio.
Okay.
And it is a majority Hispanic district. Okay. And he's gone because the way they've been talking about, oh, look, all the Latinos, they're moving to the right, and look how many of them voted for Trump. No, his approval ratings have gone down over 30% with Hispanics. I think they're making a big mistake. They might lose that district. And also what they've done by, redrawing these maps is because they can't make up land. They can't just extend. So what they've done is by doing that, they've actually made these 10 districts that were like a light red. They've made them even less red, less Republican. So they might lose those 10 seats, or at least some of them.
Yeah.
I mean, it might be a big mistake. They could lose 15 seats out of this. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen, but I'm saying that's a possibility because it really, they've really screwed up, I think. But we'll see what happens. You know, we don't have the smartest, you know, these people aren't the sharpest tools in the shed.
Yeah, but I do think that it, you know, I mean, regardless, it is imperative to fight the fight, you know, in a way that is meaningful and that gets eyes on it and brings attention to it. And I feel like that is what, I mean, you know,
people are talking about redistricting.
Well,
people are talking about it.
Exactly. And so I don't know what, you know, the calculation was by Abbott and Paxton, but this is, like you said, this is backfiring.
It is.
Badly.
And yes, it wasn't a calculation. They were told to do it. They were told by Donald Trump. And Greg Abbott is a weak man. Who's following the orders of an even weaker man, which is hilarious. And he's dumb. I mean, this is what, like this stupid wall thing. You know, that was something that came out of Trump.
Oh,
you know, this paint it black. Hello, gloves. Okay, first of all. Second of all, it's not hot. You know, 365 days a year. Okay. So it didn't make any sense. And not only that, but they can't paint both sides. They can only paint our side.
Right.
It's just dumb.
I know.
So there's so many, he just keeps making these stupid mistakes. People hate it that they're in DC, occupying DC. I mean, you can play that clip if you want, you know, thinking that they're coming in and all these people are going to, you know, greet them like liberators, like Iraq. you know, they thought the Iraqis would do. Sure. It's all bullshit. They're people, they are pissed.
Yeah. Well, here, I think this was some of the reception that they were getting in DC. I'm pretty sure here.
Yeah. The National Guard's in DC.
Yeah. Here's some people
Stephen
expressing
Miller,
themselves. Here we go. Yeah. So we got Stephen Miller and JD Vance. Here, hold on. Let's play it.
And this is JD Vance going through the station, Union Station.
Yep.
You gonna fucking couch, buddy?
Right here. Do not go past this.
Mr. Vice President. Go fuck the couch, JD Vance. Go fuck the couch.
Not happy. People.
No, those people. And then he went off on a rant about how much he hates white people. Stephen Miller did. I'm kidding. I mean, he was saying, obviously.
Oh, white hippies. No, it was white hippies.
No, yeah, 95-year-old. There's a bunch of 95-year-olds and over white hippies outside there protesting. That's what his accusation was. Like I'm sure he checked to make sure whether they were residents there. There's a lot of gentrification, first of all, there in Washington, D.C. So there were a lot of white people. But it was also, I saw some clips where there were black neighborhoods and stuff like that. Those people were not happy with them being there.
No. Here, let's see. Let's see. Oh, wait, is this it? Stephen Miller taunts protesters while meeting with.
Yeah, here we go.
Or here, stupid. Yeah. Here, let me see if this is it.
Back to that controversy at Union Station. White House Deputy Chief of Staff Stephen Miller had a lot to say to protesters while meeting with National Guard troops there this afternoon. Our Larry Miller joining us in the newsroom with more of the details. Larry?
Simone, good to see you. Well, the Deputy Chief of Staff didn't hold back. He had a lot to say to protesters at Union Station earlier today. Miller was there along with Vice President J.D. Vance and Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth. They were there visiting National Guard members and thanking them. Meanwhile, protesters were also there as well. They, too, were demonstrating against the presence of federal troops in the city and the Israel-Hamas war.
We are not going to let the communists destroy a great American city, let alone the nation's capital. And let's just also address one other thing. All these demonstrators that you've seen out here in recent days,
Americans,
all of these elderly white hippies, they're not part of the city and never have been. And by the way, most of the citizens in Washington, D.C. are black. This is not a city that has had any safety for its black citizens
they're protecting the black
for generations. And President Trump is the one who is fixing that with the support of the Metropolitan Police Department, the support of the National Guard,
they're trying
and
to
our
protect
federal
black
law enforcement officers. So we're going to ignore these stupid white hippies that all need to go home and take a nap because they're all over 90 years old. And we're going to get back to the business of protecting the American people and the citizens of Washington, D.C.
That is impressive that they're all out there.
That is really impressive.
That they're,
oh my God, in the hot sun with their walkers and everything.
They're those scooters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
there was young people. Mostly there was a lot of young men there, actually.
But here's the thing.
Did you hear them?
Look, if you're
grandma
grandma. Well, listen. I do. Listen, to be fair, I do know a 90-plus-year-old woman, or she's.
That's true.
She's
you do.
I do know somebody
that,
and she would probably be calling him a couch fucker. I mean, but this is how mad people are. Like, okay, let's pretend, Anita. Let's just pretend that in little Stevie Miller's, fantasy world
Pee-wee
where
German.
it's all, Pee-wee German, where it's all, old white hippies that are occupying Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C., where it's all black people. So they're invading these black neighborhoods, right? It's all the white hippies and they're invading black neighborhoods. And you're going to sit there. I mean, really? And you're going to sit there and say.
Bring out the National Guard.
Yeah. And they're calling J.D. Vance a couch fucker.
That's why he said they're going to invest even more in the occupation.
Yeah,
because he's 95-year-old white hippies.
Clearly, it's like shopping day at the grocery store where they bus in, all the old people, from the nursing home. So it's
they come in those scooters.
Yeah, with their scooters, and they're just, you get out of my way, you couch fucker.
You fucked the couch today, JD.
Did you fuck a couch today, J.D. Vance? I mean, God bless. I'm impressed. That is super.
I know, they're amazing.
I mean, really, if you think about it, it's like they're spending their golden years, going and calling, booing Pee-wee German and the couch fucker. That would be a good band. Wait.
Pee-wee German and the couch.
Pee-wee German and the couch fuckers.
Band name.
I think that's a great band.
That is a good name for a band.
I think
Stephen Miller's band.
Yeah, this. Well, listen. What did Stephen Miller do to us? No.
Yes,
not that.
That's true. That's true. No.
Yeah.
Pee-wee German.
Pee-wee German. Yeah, I think Pee-wee German and the Couch Fuckers is a great band name. I think we should.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh my God. He's just such an awful, horrible person.
And he looks like it. Vile. I mean, dude, why are we paying the price for all of the swirlies that he got in high school?
Yeah. Have you watched those tapes of him back in high school? Oh my God. He was just the same. Yeah. He was just the same. He's just, it's so scary. There was Pete Hegseth, J.D. Vance. I mean, these guys are such losers, and they've been losers all their life, are very broken people. And they're up there and they're finally in power. Oh my God. Yeah. And they're just little Nazis.
Right. It's like, it's like revenge of the, white supremacist Nazis,
Well, yeah. It's just,
it's like
watching them out there. That's all I could think about.
Yeah.
How just what
and thin skinned and really, little snowflakes and, you have, and which is why it's so fantastic to see, the reaction by Fox News and the right about, with Gavin Newsom and his social media campaign.
Oh, they've been going nuts. They've been, Fox News has been going crazy. I'm sorry, Fox propaganda.
Yeah.
Has been going crazy. Yeah. And they're just trying to pretend. I think what happened was because I'd read a report when Fox, their pundits started talking about it. I had just read a report about how the White House was going crazy. They didn't know what to do. Yeah. Right. So I think they got.
Wait, they're flinging poo. Wait.
We're supposed to be the poo.
There's a much hotter, younger chimpanzee flinging poo back at us. Wait, what?
And he's much more of an alpha, honestly.
Yes, totally.
Yeah. And so they are just been going nuts. They've been talking about him all last week. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it's been great.
It's been fantastic. And then
they've done exactly what Gavin Newsom wanted. The reaction was exactly what Gavin Newsom wanted.
Exactly. And I mean, you look at, Donald Trump and like what do we always say? It was like Donald Trump is, his whole thing, his whole like why he is the way he is.
Yeah.
A lot of it has to do with he was never seen as a big player in New York. He
That's
was,
true.
always a caricature. His, dad was, this bully who, was like Madison Cawthorn said, making.
They came out of Queens too. See,
yeah,
and he wanted to be accepted in Manhattan.
He wanted exactly, and so he's always, like felt like he never quite qualified, for the club, to be, and taken seriously, and he was never even a big enough fish to go for prosecutors to go after in New York.
No, that's right.
And so here now we're all.
He was considered the bottom of the barrel. Okay, as far as like, nobody wanted to do business with him. He was. No. He wouldn't pay his like contractors.
Mm-hmm.
He was always just lying.
Yep.
And not paying his bank loans. He went bankrupt.
Yep.
How many times?
Yeah.
Over and over again. He's just a fool. He's always been a fool. People would laugh at him.
Mm-hmm. And so he had to, his best friend then is Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah, that was his best friend. And also Ghislaine.
Yeah.
They all kind of partied together. Mm-hmm. He'd been with her. He knew her back in the Ivana days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then.
Go ahead.
No, and then here we are, and they ran on releasing the Epstein files, and they riled up their MAGA base that had been running around trying pushing Pizzagate and saying that accusing Democrats of being pedophiles, and Hillary Clinton drinking the blood of infants, and all of the bullshit, absolute bullshit. And now here we are. And Pam Bondi herself said that she had the files on her desk, or she had the list on her desk, or the files. I think she did say files. And then, that she told Donald Trump that he was in the files, right?
Well, he knew he was in the files.
And he knew he was in the files. But point being, MAGA knows this. Like, that's been out there. They're the ones that it's like such a self-inflicted wound. And now here they are, and they're moving Ghislaine Maxwell to a country club prison where she's not wanted. And then, do you want to speak a little bit about what happened yesterday and what you've been seeing on Twitter?
Oh, well, yeah. So remember how they've been promising to release the Epstein file, but they've been promising that over and over again.
Right.
From the beginning. As a matter of fact, he got elected on that.
Right.
But of course, they were going to release him this Friday. But instead, they release this Ghislaine. Is it Ghislaine? Ghislaine Maxwell. Ghislaine Maxwell transcripts, which were made. She was interviewed by Donald Trump's. It used to be Donald Trump's personal lawyer in the Stormy Daniels case, as a matter of fact.
Yep.
And that's the guy that was questioning her. That was the guy that was talking to her, and she got moved to Club Fed over here in Texas, right, where she gets work release.
Yep.
Okay, and gets to do yoga and work with puppies, and just has a wonderful life over there. And so anyway, so they released those, and apparently, and she says, "Oh, he was always just quite the gentleman. I've never seen anything. As a matter of fact, I haven't seen any really important figures, in politics. I've never seen them, associating with Jeffrey Epstein." Donald Trump, and then she said that Jeffrey Epstein, he didn't really, he didn't molest those girls, but he had them over because he wanted them to teach him about music. He wanted to know what their playlists were.
God.
Swear to God. So of course the backlash, even from MAGA, was fierce. They're pissed. They can't. Of course, not only did she not give them any kind of, red meat, any kind of like, give me some Democrats at least, right? But and my theory is that she didn't, because let me tell you, if anybody she would have named probably would have exposed Donald Trump.
Yes.
Right? So, yeah. So instead, she just said, oh, no. There's no list. There's nobody.
No,
and
nothing to see here.
And so they're pissed off.
Yeah.
First of all, it's obvious, okay? He moved.
Yep.
All of a sudden, she gets transferred, which she's not even eligible for as a sexual offender, okay? She gets transferred to this cushy prison, right next door to Texas A&M, so she can see all the kids over there. Yeah. So, and then all of a sudden, she does this interview and says, "Oh, Donald Trump had nothing to do with him. I barely knew him."
Right. He was the coffee boy, right?
Yeah, he was the coffee boy.
Right.
I mean, come on.
Right.
We've seen there are tons of there are more pictures with him than there are of him with his wife, with Melania.
Exactly.
You know,
there's video of them partying,
and he looks very happy. He looks very. I've never seen Donald Trump look so happy as he does with
back
Jeffrey
slapping. Oh my God, yeah. I mean, there's video. And this is all, provable. And so what does Trump do? He deflects and he says, oh no, or what was it? Larry Summers was.
Oh, it's Larry Summers, Bill. And then Donald Trump says, "Oh, it was all a Democratic hoax." First of all, he does this crazy ass press conference yesterday, and he starts talking about how it was a Democratic hoax, and besides, who Jeffrey Epstein's best friend was? Larry Summers. Larry Summers. And we all know Jeffrey Epstein said on tape that his best friend was Donald Trump.
Right.
And he starts talking about Bill Clinton. He said Bill Clinton and Larry Summers is what he said. Nobody cares about Larry Summers, okay? He's an economist, okay, out of Harvard.
Yeah.
That worked in the Obama administration at one time.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
And Bill Clinton, I don't know what's going on with Bill Clinton, but the point is.
But this is, and like we said, release him. I mean, that's the thing. Democrats are out there saying, release them. Why
do we need them released? Why do we need them released?
No. But what I'm saying, the point being, Anita, is that we're saying release them. We demand that they release them because whoever's in it, we don't care. Like we don't care from the standpoint of it's like if they did this, then they deserve to pay the consequences.
And every Democrat has voted to release them.
Exactly.
And they're only Thomas Massey, who's I got to give him some cred for he does stand up. And Donald Trump hates him.
Right.
He voted against a big beautiful bill too.
Right.
But Thomas Massey has with what's his name, Rokana.
Yeah.
Rokana out of California. He's from California, right? Congressman Rokana.
Yep.
He's also, him and Thomas Massey have been on this, and they're trying to hold a press conference with the victims.
Yep.
So they're supposedly in September. I want to see how that goes.
Yeah.
But that's who they should be talking to, not the liar,
Elaine, exactly, not the woman that perjured herself, the woman who recruited these young girls and groomed them and actually abused them, was involved in the sexual abuse of them.
Yeah, so she's the last person we should be talking to.
Exactly, and I'm sorry, but her character as a character reference.
Yeah.
For Donald Trump.
This is who they become,
I'm not going to buy it.
This is who they've become, okay? Yeah. This party. They are demeaning themselves so much. I mean, she's a convicted sex
guardians
trafficker.
of pedophiles.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, but anyway, we're not going to play that Sean Hannity clip or the.
Yeah, no, we definitely can. But, I mean, and this is all kind of going on. And there's other, with the inflation, numbers going up. And then, and it just seems like they just keep pivoting and trying to throw all of these things, at the wall. And I mean, we watched.
Not talk about the Epstein files.
Not talk about the Epstein files. Not talk about the fact. Did you see this? Walmart says tariff costs are rising each week and will continue. Yep. This is from NPR.org.
They're going to raise the price every week. That's what they've said.
Every week. And so you don't think that people are going to start feeling that? Remember,
we are feeling it.
Yeah.
We are feeling it. I guarantee you. I mean, I can tell you firsthand. We're feeling it.
Holy shit, this is a horror show. And honestly, we couldn't do this without our loyal listeners and love hearing from you. So please, please give us some stars and a review if you are so inclined wherever you get this podcast. I know that we are all feeling the pain of this second felon 47 occupation. But Anita and I really understand the assignment, and we want to be here for all of you, our loyal listeners. Without you, we couldn't make this happen. We could not keep this running. So, TruBlu Politics is sponsored by, of course, our wonderful TruBlu crew of listeners and our supporters on Patreon. As a small startup podcast, our Patreon members help us pay the bills to keep our podcast running and also allow us to keep investing in equipment upgrades for even better quality content in the future. We all have our day jobs. I know I have a day job, and that requires a lot of my time, but I want to be able to devote as much time to having these conversations, getting the word out, fighting the good fight against tyranny. So much of this is reliant on our community of progressives and road warriors. So when you sign up as a monthly TruBlu crew member on Patreon at even just $5, you instantly unlock our private TruBlu pod chat and full episodes a day earlier than everyone else without ads in the middle. Upwards from there, we've made even more perks available, like having your name shouted out at the end of our show and a personal Zoom call with me and Anita to discuss ways to overthrow convicted criminal felon 47, Elon motherfucking Musk, and the GOP. If you could please become a Patreon subscriber at any level, go to patreon.com/TruBlu. That's TruBlu Politics Podcast. We love you guys. Stay strong and stay in the fight.
It's and people, and Donald Trump, you know what he just posted today? How I've got inflation, everything's under control, everything's great. Thank you, welcome. I mean, basically,
and of course the media is saying, well, Trump is saying that it's great, but why aren't people feeling it?
No, they're not even. I don't know what they're saying because I don't pay attention to them anymore. Because I don't really care what they have to say.
I don't give a fuck because we're listening. We're tuning in to people like Midas Touch, who are posting really great content. And if you haven't tuned into them on YouTube, Midas Touch,
MEIDAS,
yes, MEIDAS Touch. You got tune in, or of course. I've Had It podcast, iHip with Jennifer and Pumps. I mean, it's so good. There's so much content out there. There's so many independent voices out there that, that you don't
have to go to mainstream media anymore.
Exactly.
Honestly, when morning Joe Scarborough.
Yes.
And sat there bitching about Gavin Newsom and his, it's so foolish. Oh, I can't believe he's doing this. The Democrats are just, they're just struggling and they don't know what to do. And you should have heard it. It was just, and I'm like,
nonsense.
That's why we don't watch you.
Yes.
We're tired of your elite ass sitting up there telling us.
Lecturing to everybody, lecturing, Gavin Newsom. This is just,
oh, this is beneath you.
Give me a break. Fuck
we
off.
Sat here for 10 fucking years, more than that, listening to Donald Trump or listening to him and then reading his stupid posts all the time.
Yep.
They're so ridiculous. And that's all Gavin Newsom is doing, is putting a mirror up to that.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, and it's not lost on any of us who had been paying attention that they gave him hours and hours of free campaign airtime leading into the 2016 election while they simultaneously bashed Hillary Clinton.
I know.
Fuck
day,
them.
Every day.
I mean, seriously.
And it's working.
Exactly. MSNBC can fuck all the way off too.
Yeah.
I don't care what they change their name to or whatever. The fact that they're still giving, exactly. It's like, really stupid. No. Did anybody say that out loud? But too, Anita, the fact that they still are giving Joe Scarborough and Mika, know
4
your place,
hours.
your place, Brzezinski 4 fucking hours.
I know, it's
Give
ridiculous.
me a break. It's nonsense.
Their ratings are tanked.
Yes.
I don't know what the hell they're doing over there. Seriously.
No,
what
seriously.
What are they doing over there? They fired all the great people that were there.
Joy Reid. And by the way, another great voice who has gone off and done her own thing. Katie Couric has, gone on and done it. I mean, she's
Katie Couric.
Katie Couric did. And Katie Fang. I know Katie. Yes, I know. I'm just saying that she's another one that has broken away and gone off and done her own thing. Yep.
Don Lemon.
From
CNN.
Yep.
So and they're out there starting to tell the truth. I mean,
exactly.
They don't have to ask permission anymore and Rachel Maddow has said that.
Yep.
That she has to ask permission to tell the truth.
Yes. Yep.
It's
just been laid bare and people are not having it anymore. So, there are alternative voices out there. And so,
and Gavin Newsom is working. I'm sorry, but Joe Scarborough and all you people, you can whine all you want, but let me tell you something. It's working. Listen to how they're whining about it. Listen to Sean Hannity whine about Gavin Newsom. Can you play that?
I will. Let me play because I just wanted to play this from Midas Touch about the Saturday that Trump is having after this disaster with him capitulating to Putin, rolling the red carpet out, refusing to release the Epstein files, the inflation not so great, and prices rising. So this
people
is what
mad.
People are pissed. People are pissed. And so this is the reception. Yep. This is the reception.
Golf course.
Yep. Yes. This is on his way out the door of the White House to go play golf. Because that's what you do when you're president.
Oh, when people are struggling too.
Yes, exactly. So here we go. Trump gets flipped off to his face on disaster Saturday. Here we go.
Flipped off as he is leaving the White House to go golfing yet again on the taxpayers' dime at his Virginia golf club. The press pool reported that multiple people were giving Donald Trump the middle finger, talking about fingers. Look at what Donald Trump's hand looks like these days. This is a cover-up as obvious as the Epstein files. Donald Trump is having major discoloration. Many believe it is due to serious heart problems. As Decoding Fox News says, I used to cover tattoos when I worked as a body painter for Webster Hall. One of the challenges of covering up that bruise is the color of his hands. They're quite red and uneven. Regardless, this is a terrible makeup job. They are just slapping heavy concealer on it. Everything with this Trump regime is smoke and mirrors, cover up, and wannabe fascism.
Yeah. Anyway, so please tune into Midas Touch on YouTube if you get a chance. They also have a podcast, Midas Touch.
Yep.
So
yeah,
they're very good, and they come out with something like every 90 minutes. Okay, they just on everything, and the podcast kind of does a roundup of all that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So here, what you were talking about with Sean Hannity. Yes, whining. So our friend Asen on. Oh, no.
Now, currently, he and a social media team, they are busy trying to mock President Trump on X by posting messages in all caps. He's trying to pretend to be Donald Trump.
No.
Gavin is also attacking Fox News hosts. He's trying to bait conservatives into social media fights. He's actually referred to our own Tommy Laren's account as Yelp for toilets. Gee, very clever and funny. She'll join us in a moment to respond.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yelp for toilets. You know what that comes out of? That one tweet by Tommy Lauren, where she's talking about how she feels sorry for the men in California. With all these, they having to go to the same bathroom as non-gender neutral bathrooms. So it was a lot about bathrooms, okay, and about being afraid to go to the bathroom because there might be somebody transgender in there.
Oh my gosh!
Anyway,
yeah,
so she's talking about that, and that's why he started calling her this. You sound like what is it? Yelp for toilets. That's
Oh
what he
my
posted.
God.
Yeah, and so that's why he said that.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, yeah. So yelp for toilets. So now
Yelp for
here.
toilets.
So this was Governor
done? Is he
Newsom's
done?
press. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So Governor Newsom responds right to Sean Hannity and says, "Wow, Fox News can't stop talking about me. Gavin C. Newsom, America's favorite governor. Tonight, their entire primetime lineup was about me. Jesse Waters kept calling me daddy. Very weird. Not interested, but thank you. Sean Hannity, very nice guy. Nearly cried. Wait, hold on.
He's the best.
Nearly cried because I won't take his advice, in quotes. Sorry, Sean. Then they dragged out the B team of dum-dums, Meatball Ron, Tommy Toilet Lauren, and Teddy Cancun Cruz. He even flew back special from Mexico, all whining about me, GCN. They had to play the music to shut Ted up about my beautiful hair. I get it. So jealous. Total disaster. MAGA hates me because they hate you. They hate that California is the fourth biggest economy in the world. They hate that crime is down. That we're number one in farming. I love the farmers.
I love
manufacturing, tourism, and tech, all while we give affordable health care, free school meals, make America pregnant again, paid baby leave for moms they should not return anyways, $20 minimum wage, and so much more for the people. They hate that Democrats are winning. Fox and MAGA have Newsom derangement syndrome. They should cry harder. Sad, GCN. So,
I love it.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. Whoever's doing this, I mean, it's from what I understand, it's kind of like a group effort. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That he has this. What's her name? Zapata.
Yeah, I can't remember her name, but yes, this
that's in charge of all that.
It's
social
fantastic.
Media. But
it
he
like,
also has input because yes, and it's working. They're talking about it. They talked about it all week. They're complaining about it. They're whining about it, and there's so much cognitive dissonance. I mean, when they sit there and like, his wife needs to tell him to put his phone down, get off of Twitter. You know, he has an important job, governor of California. And if I hear he wants a promotion to an even bigger job, he needs to stop. He needs to stop being so unserious. What? Yeah. And that's what that stupid dodo, he called her, dum-dum. What was her name?
Tommy Lauren?
No. She's on that stupid show.
Oh.
She used to work for George W. Bush, she was a press secretary. I forget her name right off the hand. But anyway, the point is, that's what they're all saying. What are you doing? You look foolish. Well, no, he looks like Donald Trump. Although we know it's parody. He's not serious about it. Donald Trump is. No, that's how he talks.
Exactly. And
that's who he is.
And the fact that they cannot get it.
They don't get it because they don't understand punching up.
Yes.
They only understand punching down. Yeah, that's what they think is funny when you're making fun of people who can't, can't defend themselves.
Yep. Oh my God. Okay, can we talk about this? Wait, hold on. This is okay. So, we've talked about I've had it news. Trump collapses after disaster morning and MAGA meltdowns over Cracker Barrel.
Oh my God, Cracker Barrel. Oh, that's just the end of the world, Karen. That's the most important thing.
Yes,
because Cracker Barrel dared to take the white cowboy and the barrel off of the Cracker Barrel sign. Now it's just Cracker Barrel. And apparently there's Sean, was it, that told us there's like a shadow barrel up there that you can't see as well, but it says Cracker Barrel. And they're freaking out. How many logos of restaurants can you think of? I mean, seriously, that you would go, oh my God, I can't believe they did that. And I'm going to boycott them. How ridiculous.
These
people are ridiculous. They're such fucking snowflakes.
Yeah.
Everything. And it's so funny how they were the fuck your feelings crowd, right?
Exactly. Here. So wait, I'm going to play a little bit of this, see if this is.
Oh my God. Yes, please.
Hold on.
So Cracker Barrel rebranded. They lost the old man in the barrel and now they're just Cracker Barrel. The right wing is losing their mind. And Byron Donald says, you guys, in college, I worked at Cracker Barrel in Tallahassee. I even gave my life to Christ in their parking lot.
Wow.
Their logo was iconic, and their unique restaurants were a fixture of American culture. No one asked for this woke rebrand. It's time to make Cracker Barrel great again.
Okay, seriously?
Okay, really? He got saved
wait,
in the parking lot, though. Okay, Karen?
Hold on. Now I have been. You know what? That completely changed my opinion of Byron Donald, because you know what? That is the sign of a true Christian.
It really is. I mean, you know what? We have Cracker Barrels here. I don't know how many Cracker Barrels you have there, but we have a lot of Cracker Barrels. And let me tell you something.
I'm not surprised by that.
Saving people, making them Christians over there.
Have they? Oh,
yes.
See here, I just
that in their rummage sale or their
I just thought that they, were like a place, to buy tchotchkes and get,
or when you, like it's a place
chicken fried chicken.
Yeah, chicken fried. Or like when you're driving down the highway and you're going someplace and you're like, there's nothing else to eat, right? Maybe an Arby's or something.
It's like,
and then, oh no, do we have to go to Cracker Barrel? And then you have to think about. You can choose between the Cracker Barrel or the
starvation
hot dog, dog from the gas station.
Yeah, the gas station hot dog.
And you might pick the hot dog because you have to think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, they have their little store. Have you been into a Cracker Barrel?
Oh yeah, no, I've been forced to go in there. Okay. It's like basically when it's like next rest stop, 20 miles, and it's like shit. I gotta go to the bathroom.
Cracker Barrel.
I gotta go to the bathroom. Kind of hungry. Guess we got to go to the Cracker Barrel.
I
can count on one. No, I can count on one hand that I actually went into a Cracker Barrel, because just the name kind of freaks me out. It conjures up.
But they're not bad. Well, the thing is, the CEO, and they have kept their DEI under a lot of pressure. Okay, so it's kind of sad that this is happening. They're calling them, they've gone woke. No, they've always had that apparently. Yeah. Which is funny but they also had some problems with some of their black employees and stuff like that. But I think they're trying to change their image because their image is bad. That's what you think about when you think about Cracker Barrel, like what you just said.
Yeah.
And they kind of feed into that with that stupid hokey,
see what I think, exactly. And I don't, look, and I don't know if it's intentional, but when I think Cracker Barrel, I think the the derogatory cracker, the word cracker.
Yeah, well, of course, but they love it. Those, white supremacists, they love that.
Yeah.
I mean, you would think it's kind of derogatory.
It is derogatory.
Derogatory.
Isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's supposed to be. Apparently, white people are supposed to be very, very offended by that word. So it's surprising that they would want to always, they would be so upset.
Yeah.
That they love Cracker Barrel so much. I'm not surprised. I mean, when here in the morning, like a Sunday morning, if you're looking for some place to have breakfast, let me tell you something. Cracker Barrel is packed. It is packed. There's a lot of people that go to Cracker Barrel. Yeah, there's a ton of them here.
Okay, so they're freaking out about the logo.
Yeah. They're freaking out about this logo change. And of course, they're blaming it because it's a woman. So that she's a DEI hire, a white liberal. Okay. She's a white liberal woman, and they hate those. Mm-hmm. It's ridiculous. I mean, anything.
Now, do we have to wait? So, do we have to give Cracker Barrel some love then?
Probably. We're probably gonna have to. I'm gonna have to go to Cracker Barrel tomorrow and eat.
Okay.
Just to say, you know what? I'm still with you. I love the name change. I mean, the logo change.
Don't give in because Yeah,
I'm just saying
it's so ridiculous.
It is ridiculous, and they have to find something to whine about. Okay, I mean, we are dealing with authoritarianism.
Wait, did you see this one from I've Had It? MAGA politician outed by gay DC escort.
Yes, I just read that today, but it's in the Daily Mail. I was going to ask you if you wanted to do that one.
Oh, hold on. Listen,
you'll love this one. You'll love it.
I mean, yeah.
The Daily Mail, of all places, is reporting that a secret gay sex scandal explodes in Republican Party as closeted congressman who's engaged to a woman is accused of sordid double life.
What?
Let's read the excerpt.
Yeah.
A secret gay sex scandal has rocked the Republican Party. I want to remind you that's the MAGA party.
Right. No matter how many
As married
crosswalks they
men
do
and
cover
a
over.
sitting member of Congress have been accused of sleeping with male escorts, even as their party thunders about traditional family values. In candid interviews, young, muscular sex workers in Washington, D.C. described a booming business fueled by Republican MAGA officials, from state lawmakers and high-powered lobbyists to federal government staffers and at least one congressman. The revelations come as the GOP faces renewed scrutiny over its hypocrisy on homosexuality, publicly championing the traditional nuclear family while privately indulging in the very behavior many Republicans denounce. But that's not all. Pop it up. One DC-based male escort described having a 2-year relationship with a sitting Midwestern congressman who, during that period, had multiple serious girlfriends. The 29-year-old sex worker with the boy next door looks described dinners at downtown DC eatery Butterworth's, a popular MAGA haunt, followed by late nights. He told the Daily Mail on the condition that neither man was identified. The unnamed lawmaker is closeted, cautious, and carried the weight of a public image that left no room for who he really was, the escort said. It's gotten difficult to ignore the dissonance between the man I know in private and the votes he casts publicly. He said the Republican is now engaged to a woman. Last one, another escort, a 35-year-old with chiseled features and a bodybuilder's physique, was also candid. He described officials in the federal government, a state senator, and lobbyists among his clients.
Can I say something? Oh, she also talks about, you know, Miss Lindsay, how people call Lindsey Graham Miss Lindsay?
Yes.
Apparently, that comes from the internet, where an escort that spoke out about their relationship said that he has described his ass having these big moles on him, and he says he calls them ladybugs. Ladybugs, my ladybugs, and that's why people call him my lady. That's what my Lady Lindsay. That's where that came from. So Dana,
well, I know Lady G was also one.
Right, but that's where it comes from, though. It's not from. It's not supposed to be derogatory towards transgender. The transgender community, like Dana was, because that's what I thought too.
Okay, well,
so
the
now
more
you
know.
Feel free to use it.
Well,
yes.
The more you know.
The more you know about Lindsey Graham's ladybugs.
Yep, and the hypocrisy, and this is, of course, to you and I, this is nothing new because we've
seen it for years.
We've seen it for years, and every time, like the numbers of escorts go up in any RNC city.
Grindr crashed twice during the RNC.
Yep.
Yeah, don't forget that. So
yeah.
It's always that way with the Republicans. And you know what? Speaking of the hypocrisy, did you see that cat fight? But those conservative young, like trad, women from on Twitter.
Yeah,
they were getting into it, and one of them showed a picture of her wedding ring. I mean, her engagement ring, and she put out this picture, and somebody says, said something derogatory about the ring, and then somebody else said, "Oh, well, you're a divorced woman. Or wonder if he knows you're a divorced woman with a STD or something like that." Ooh. I mean, it was just, they were going into it and how at CPAC, one of them said, "You got fingered at CPAC in public in front of some 10 teenagers." I am not kidding. They were bad. Oh my God.
Wow.
On and on. Yeah. That's who these girls are. When they pretend to be these like traditional, young girls and stuff. No, they're these women usually are women that are like all fucked up sexually, right?
Yep.
A lot of times, and so they get abused, or they're hypersexual.
Yeah.
A lot of times. That's what you'll find. That's why they're always like dressed. Like, look at Fox News. Those women, look at how they're dressed. They're dressed like prostitutes.
Yeah.
And they're always hypersexualized.
Yeah.
On the right. You don't see like, you know, people.
Yeah, it's the cultural conditioning.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
That's all they're worth is how they look.
Right. Yeah.
And whether men are attracted to them.
Whether men are attracted to them, and then their ultimate goal is, you know, being married.
Yeah, they think, but a lot of them, even when their goal isn't, they just they want the attention from men.
Yeah.
You know?
And then, I mean, how frustrating for them that the only men that, you know, they seem to attract are closeted gay men, too.
Okay. Or creeps.
Yes.
Abusers.
Or total creeps. Exactly.
Yeah. So I just thought that story, we should find that story, maybe talk about it some more.
Yeah.
We can read because a couple, like, I think Tabitha went through the whole thing. She did a whole segment on it.
Yeah.
Those
No, I mean, it is. It's just, and, you know, here we are. And then, you know, as much as they want to, you know, protest and go after the LGBTQIA community and paint, you know, trans people as some deviants, you know, that they should be afraid of. You know, it doesn't matter how many of these crosswalks, you know, like the one that was absolutely disgustingly covered over and removed
over there,
you know, outside Pulse
Florida
nightclub, you know, in Orlando. And, you know, this is the thing. They can
tell the story about what they did.
So basically, So basically, Pulse nightclub, you know, there was a mass shooting there where, you know,
like 45 people killed. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have the exact numbers, but anyway, so there was this crosswalk nearby that in honor of the victims that were slaughtered. Okay. They painted a rainbow crosswalk. And so this week, Governor Ron DeSantis decided to remove it. To paint over it. And so they have had rallies and protests out at that same crosswalk. And so, Anita, I don't know if you saw or heard, you know, what was going on there, but they had a bunch of people and it was like a celebration. I mean, it's just, this is the kind of thing, this is the kind of resistance that is going to go down in history. And so there were a number of people with sidewalk chalk redrawing the flag. And it is if people have not seen it, it is such a powerful image. And it
really
just,
sad.
it speaks to the resilience and it speaks to the, you know, this is the thing. It's not going to have the impact that they think it is. You know, if we say, you know what, we have to, and I think this is how we're going to have to.
Karen.
It's cruelty. It's total cruelty. And I'm not saying that we shouldn't like be impacted at all by it, but this is the thing. If you think you're going to knock us down, if you think that you're going to destroy us and push people into the shadows again with this kind of bullshit, you're sadly mistaken, because guess what? We're out there and we're not fucking afraid and we're going to color it back in and we're going to take it back. So fuck you. Fuck you.
It's really hard. Yeah. They think they can just push everybody back. Yeah. All of us, like women, they want it.
Yes. And that's exactly right. So honestly, this is what my takeaway in seeing those images. And this is what people should understand. They're going to do this shit. This is just the beginning. And they're going to keep doing this. And they're going to keep trying to knock us down. And this is a kind of defiance
that
we have to come back. Yes. Fuck them.
Yeah,
fuck them. You're not going to do it. You can do it. You can try. This is the thing. It is futile. It is absolutely futile for you people to come out and think that you're going to erase and you're going to undo all of the progress, because there are more of us than you, MAGA, and fuck you and fuck all of the people that you keep electing.
We don't want to go back. Okay?
We don't. That's the thing.
And I'm telling you, most people do not. I'm sorry that you guys can't handle it.
They're overplaying their hand here.
Yeah, they're afraid of everything. I'm just I'm just so fucking sick of them. They're afraid of women. They're afraid of gay people. They're afraid of trans people. What else are they afraid of? Oh, they're afraid
everything.
Of everything.
Fucking shit.
Brown people, black people. I mean, they are afraid of everything.
Yep.
These are the alpha males.
Right.
What? No, they're all a bunch of betas. All of them. And you know what? They worship a weak, pathetic beta old man, a beta man.
Yep. Who poops in his pants and has ankles.
Yes, and who bends over for Putin. Yep. I mean, did you see him when he had that press conference, the one where he talked about the Epstein stuff being a hoax?
Yeah.
Somebody asked him about this American factory, an electronics factory, not a weapons factory, an American factory that was destroyed by Russia. After, and he just met him, and this was a message they were sending. They destroyed that. It was a targeted attack. He was asked about that. And you know what he did? He pulled out a picture of him with Putin that Putin had sent him and signed. That was his answer. Okay? I mean, he is so pathetic and weak. And these people, how desperate do you have to be worshiping somebody like this? And sending him your money.
Yep.
These people are so fucking pathetic.
Yeah.
I don't know, and I guess they've always been. Now we know who they are.
Well, it's, racism is a powerful drug. This is,
it's not just racism. It's a lot of things. It's misogyny. It's everything. It's these people are afraid of modernity. And they're just afraid of any kind of change.
Yep.
And so I've said it a number of times, if, they would vote for Jeffrey Dahmer if he promised to uphold mediocre or less than mediocre white male status.
Yep. Yeah.
They're just so weak. And you know what? Look at the men on the left.
Yes, go ahead.
Masculine. I mean, in ways that are truly masculine and strong.
Mm-hmm.
They stand up for people that are marginalized.
Yep.
They don't try to suppress women because they are weak.
Yes.
And they feel,
all of that comes from a place of insecurity.
Yep.
Here. So you talked about that moment. I think this is it.
And I was just sent a picture from somebody that wants to be there very badly. He's been very respectful of me and of our country, but not so respectful of others. But I'm going to sign this for him, but I was sent one, and I thought you'd all like to see it. That's a man named Vladimir Putin, who I believe will be coming, depending on what happens. He may be coming and he may not, depending on what happens. We have a lot of things happening over the next couple of weeks. But I thought it was a nice picture of him.
So embarrassing.
Okay of me, but nice of him. So that was very nice that it was sent to me. Okay?
Mr. President,
yes.
on that subject, have you talked to Vladimir Putin about the fact that yesterday a big U.S. factory was hit in a Russian airstrike in Ukraine? What's your reaction to that?
I told him I'm not happy about it, and I'm not happy about anything having to do with that. I think over the next 2 weeks we're going to find out which way it's going to go, and I better be very happy.
I mean,
okay. He knew. How did he not know about the American? He's not happy about it. What have you done?
No.
Apparently, what you've done is, sign a picture he sent you.
Exactly.
Invite him to come over to watch soccer.
And this is the thing. These are the kinds of stories and images and visuals when you see how he capitulated to him, and when he went, met him, got on a plane, flew to Alaska, had servicemen and women
on their hands and knees,
rolling
it out. You know what?
Carpet for a ruthless dictator, war criminal.
We never roll out.
Never.
Winston Churchill didn't get a red carpet, okay? Nobody's ever gotten a red carpet, but he decides this guy deserves red carpet treatment.
Yep.
He rolls it out this is so embarrassing.
It is the exact metaphor for what is going on. This whole thing with Vladimir Putin is this fanboying and
the press conference where Vladimir Putin spoke first when Donald Trump there was a host country. The host always speaks first. And it was from what it looks like. Okay.
Yeah.
First of all, comes on the red carpet. Donald Trump's so happy as a little fangirl. And Vladimir Putin comes and meets him at this red carpet. Then seems like everything's okay. But I think they get it to the beast at that point, and they all meet. And all of a sudden, everything changed, and everybody's faces were ashen. I'm not kidding. We're ashen. And they came out. They were supposed to be in there for a lot longer. They were only in there for like an hour and a half or something like that. And they're supposed to be in there for hours. And he comes out, and that's with translators. Okay, so
yeah,
it took a while. And there was a 3-on-3 meeting. It was 3-on-3. It wasn't 1-on-1 because you can't leave Donald Trump alone with Vladimir Putin. Although he got to be with him in the beast, which is another faux pas. But anyway, so he gets up. So they come out, and all of a sudden, Donald Trump just looked like he looked horrible. He looked like he was scared shitless.
Yeah.
And they come out there, and Vladimir Putin starts talking and ranting about giving a history lesson and blah, 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 and not really saying anything. Doesn't answer any questions. And then Donald Trump just kind of praises him, talks for a lot less than he did for half the time.
Yeah.
And then they're gone. And there was supposed to be a luncheon. There was supposed to be all this other discussions going on.
Yep.
Nothing. Something happened. They went back there, and I think he was like threatened. I think they were told, "Hey, we've got this stuff on you.
Yeah.
You better behave."
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because and guess who else has him by the balls like that? Ghislaine Maxwell.
Yep. Yes. Exactly right. I mean, that is not a good position. That is like, national security risk to have somebody that compromised. And by so many people, not just, Vladimir Putin.
Yeah, China. He's giving out China billions.
Yeah. So he is so focused on protecting himself. That's
all he's focused on.
That's all he's focused on.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just amazing. Anyway, but we are kind of getting to the end of our time. But I just think that the key takeaway, Anita, for all of this is that this shit is happening. Rapid fire, and every single day we're feeling under assault. But I'll tell you, we have got to find ways to fight back, and I think Gavin Newsom is showing us how to fight back. These people that went out and got sidewalk chalk and went back and colored that rainbow flag back in, that is resistance. That is fighting back.
And just remember, we are the majority.
We are the majority.
Look at his poll numbers are tanking. Okay, he's hurt. He's bleeding in his own his own supporters, the people that voted for him.
Yep.
Okay.
It's going to get worse for him.
It's going to get worse for everyone here too.
It's going to hurt.
Have to buckle up. We're going to have to go through this, unfortunately. But let me tell you, we have to be strong, and we have to keep our sense of humor. We are smarter. We are better. We're braver than they are.
Absolutely. 100%.
That's why we're Democrats. That's why we're on the left.
That's right. Absolutely. So anyway, well, it's been great. I've had a lot of fun doing this. This has actually made me feel a lot better. And
me too.
It's important. Go out, touch grass, pay attention, get away when you need to, read a book, binge watch a series, watch comedy, making fun of these people, and get out.
Wait. Here's something to watch. What was the comedian that you told me to watch? What's his name?
Mark Maron.
Mark Maron's a good thing to watch.
Hilarious. His special is very funny.
On HBO Max.
Yep.
HBO Max.
But it is so well worth it. South Park.
South Park. Yes, that's right. They're fighting. They're doing a fantastic job.
Stephen Colbert. He's doing, so find ways to fight back that are going to also
make you laugh
and make you laugh.
Feed your soul.
And get out. I told you, I went to a protest last weekend with the Texas Democrats, and that too, just being in community too, it really does. Don't be afraid to get out and get to these protests.
Right. Makes you feel good. It really does.
It really does. So anyway, love you guys. Thank you, Anita.
Love you guys. Thank you. Love you too, Karen. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
See you in 2 weeks.
Bye.